Hello again folks, and welcome back to the channel. Now, before I went away on my recent holiday in June, I bought some NUX reissue pedals. Now they're only quite cheap pedals, these, they were on offer, so I finished up buying 7 of them over several weeks. Now I'm not going to show you all 7 today because it's going to make for a long video, so I'm going to split this up into 3 or 4 videos, and I'm going to show you them in the order that I bought them, starting with the first 2 that I bought. I'm going to be using the Marshall Origin 20 amp. I'm not using the cab, I'm using the Captor X, and I've just programmed this patch in. I've called it Plexi Crunch. It's just using like a Marshall vintage 4x12 cab, and I've just got a little bit of reverb on there, as you can see in the image. I've got no enhancer on, no EQ, no twin tracker, so I'm using the Marshall Origin, the Captor X. I'm going to be using that same patch. These are my amp settings, and I'm going to be using these same settings for demoing all of these 7 pedals. So the first 2 pedals I bought were these 2. So I bought the 63 Diamond. No prizes for guessing what that's trying to be. And then this one's even easier. I bought this Plexi Crunch. So these were the first 2 pedals that I bought, so I'm going to show you these 2 today. Now, I haven't even plugged these in and tried them yet. For all I know, they might not work. They're still in the plastic wrapping, as you can see. So this is the first time I'll be hearing them as well today. We've got some stickers and stuff in there, and a little booklet. That's the Diamond, 63 Diamond. So I'm going to unpack these, I'm going to plug them in. I think we'll start with this 63 Diamond. We'll have a listen at this one first, and then we'll have a listen at the Plexi Crunch. So I'm interested to hear how these sound. They actually feel quite solid. It certainly packed up well. Okay, so this is supposed to be like a Vox AC30 model. You've even got a top boost switch on there. We've got 3 controls. So we've got, let me put my glasses on because I can't see. We've got a volume, a master, and a cut. So I'm assuming volume is the gain, master is the level, and cut is your tone. And then we've got this top boost switch. So just 3 controls on there. I'm going to start with that one. And then the Plexi Crunch, if I can get this one out of the pack just to show you. And that one's opened up a bit easier. So this one has 4 controls on it. So we've got master, preamp, so I'm assuming preamp, that's your gain, that's your volume, the master, and then we've got tone, and then we've got presence, so it's got a presence on it as well. So I'm interested to hear how these are going to sound. So when I go away, plug those in, we'll have a listen at them. But before I do that, if I can just please ask you, if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you do watch these videos, please do consider subscribing. It helps the algorithm find my videos, and leave a like, a comment, share the videos, all that stuff. But let's give these a quick listen. So for all of these 7 pedal videos, I'm going to be using the same amp settings, the same Captor X preset, and the same guitar. So I'm going to be using this Gibson SG Special. So the pedal's off at the minute. This is just the amp. So it's fairly clean, just a little bit of hair on it if I really dig in. But let's give this pedal a listen. I'm going to start off with everything at 12 o'clock, see what we get. This is no pedal. This is with the pedal. Okay, so that's quite subtle. So we'll crank it up a bit. Actually sounds all right. Let's give this cut a try. Turn it all the way to the left. That brightens everything up. So I'm assuming it gets darker if we turn it to the right. Yep. Give it a bit of gain. Let's give the top boost switch a go. That's top boost off. Top boost on. Nice sounding pedal. Yeah, really nice sounding pedal actually. Yeah, I'm impressed with that one. Great little pedal, easy to use, just 3 controls on it. Trying to pull it away when it's still plugged in. That's a really nice little pedal. Let's try the Plexi Crunch. So this is just the amp again. Start off again, everything in the middle. Ooh, that's very toppy and very fizzy. Don't like that at all. It's not very Plexi sounding at all. So let's turn the presence off. That's a bit better. So this is listed as a high gain pedal, so it must be based on a modded Plexi, because the standard Plexi wouldn't have that amount of gain. still a bit toppy, even at that. Turn that tone down. Yeah, it's still a bit fizzy. That's better. So it seems like this this tone control again seems to get brighter if you turn it to the left. Sort of the opposite of what you'd expect. It gets more like a fuzz when you turn that tone control down. Turn it all the way to the right. It starts sounding a bit more like a Marshall, not a Plexi though. Yeah, I think this one would work better with just a clean amp, something like a Fender clean amp or something. So there's a lot of gain on this, but there also seems to be a lot of top end on it. It's quite noisy as well when you turn the preamp and the other one up, the master. It does get a little bit noisy, but still, you know, for under £40, in fact under £35, not a bad little pedal. Feels well made. They both do. Both of these are under £35. Bit of a steal, really. Yeah, so those are the first two NUX pedals I wanted to show you out of the 7 that I've bought. Really like this 63 diamond. Not too sure about this Plexi Crunch, but maybe I play around with it a bit more, I'll get more out of it. But this one just sounds pretty good wherever you put any of these settings. This one, not so much. But for under £35, you can't really grumble, can you? Anyway, that's all from me. I'll be back next week with another 2 pedals to show you from this NUX reissue series. Until then, as ever, look after yourselves. Take care. Bye for now.